We are currently heading into the 22nd of September 2020. Have Tropical Storm now Dolphin. It does look like, compared to yesterday, the Japan Meteorological Agency has gone ahead and said, yeah, this is a tropical storm, and we are going to name it. A bit late, but regardless, it is being named. By the way, the 22nd of September is important because it is the good old-fashioned autumn equinox. So we have equal amounts of daylight and sunlight across the equator, and basically progressing from here on out, we are going to continue to see the days get shorter and shorter in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, good old summer coming your way. But anyways, just wanted to point it out. That impact our tropical systems. Well, one key thing is that the more we get into autumn, the shorter the days, we get that jet stream dipping further and further towards the south. And if we take a look at our upper level winds here, based on satellite analysis, you can see the jet stream almost kind of dipping down here south of Honshu and Kyushu, and which is why our storm is really getting sheared off here towards the north and east. So I know that and I've seen a few people point this out. This was one of my big things I really worried about when I worked on TV in Japan. Here, anytime we have a tropical system named, the headlines always read from a tropical storm to a Category 5. There's no difference. Typhoon approaching Japan. This is not going to be a typhoon by any means when it makes landfall. Get that typhoon in Japanese is tropical storm and higher. Typhoon, though, in the international community has taken on a different meaning, basically the equivalent of a hurricane, 64 knots or higher. So you can take a look at our forecast here for Dolphin. It does continue to keep it a tropical storm as it comes on shore. Big issue is going to be the rainfall. Just got that tip in the wind, so the rain is really going to be well out ahead of it. I mean by that tip in the winds, that shear, that's the higher winds aloft kind of blowing it over towards the side. And you can see that here on microwave imagery, actually. There's your center of circulation, and these areas of reds and yellows are the bulk of the convection towards the north and east as this progresses off towards the north, and that is thanks to that wind shear, which is not conducive for really intensification of a tropical system. Let's allow that overall rain field to kind of spread out in a sense, and that's why all the way from Shikoku, really across the Kii Peninsula, I think they're actually going to be seeing some decent rain totals right in there, and then eventually heading off here towards the north, even Tokyo looking at some good rain showers as we go ahead throughout the day on Thursday. Might even see some localized flooding. Some of the major rivers likely going to be rising up a little bit as this comes on shore, but not anything as far as wind damage to say from the system. So I think that's a distinct division between a full-on typhoon and a system like this. A lot of rain, not significant wind damage, but still a lot of rainfall. This is the ECMWF outlook here, and yeah, it does show that heaviest precipitation across the Kii Peninsula. But even look at this, 246, 274, picking up on areas of more than 200 millimeters of total precipitation across parts of the Kanto Plain. So, yeah, that's enough to definitely raise up the river levels, cause a little bit of localized flooding. So most of this is on the southeastern slopes of the Japanese Alps. Just a few things to keep in mind with this system. A lot of rainfall, really much of the week, tapering off by the weekend. Yesterday, actually, was going over the semantics between JTWC and JMA. They weren't calling it a tropical system. Now it does look like they have named it, but it is it's more extra tropical today than it was yesterday, which I find kind of interesting. But regardless, hey, they went ahead and named it, but at some point this is actually going to be called the typhoon in Japan. It's not. Yeah, just keep that in mind if you are out there and you do hear typhoon number 12 being put out by the local TV stations. Anyways, happy autumn equinox. One of my favorite days because I even got the orange tie out today. Just I love autumn. That is my favorite season of the year. Let me know what your favorite season is. I know for my friends in the Philippines and really across the tropics for that matter, you don't have seasons. But if you did, if you had distinct seasons, what would it be? When I was in Japan, it was spring, by the way. I loved spring out there. The sakura is just absolutely beautiful. But in the States, it is definitely autumn. All right, guys. Stay safe out there. And yeah. All right. Have a good one.